Hey folks, welcome back. I have your latest home prices and insights for the Peel and Durham region for week ending September 7th, 2022. Not long ago, I was working with buyer clients and we're out on looking at houses. We're walking up the driveway to go check out this house and the seller happens to be leaving the house. So we meet in the driveway, we say hello, and the seller starts with, I own multiple properties. I know the market. He starts to talk to us about what the market is going to be doing over the next little while, like he's the market expert. And he says, I'm not going to sell my house unless I get my price. I thought, well, that's pretty arrogant to talk to somebody about to come look at your house. Why not just say, have a look, good luck? But no, he comes across with, this is, I want my price. We haven't even seen the house yet. Well, we go in, we take a look, and this is the house my clients want to put in an offer. I thought, wow, okay. So we put in an offer. Our offer, I'm going to say, was low. Now, it wasn't a low ball offer. We've done low ball offers before where I know it's like extremely low. This was a little bit on the low side. At the very least, it was worth a counter offer. We submit the offer. Shortly after the offer submitted, I receive a phone call from the listing agent and he says, Santo, I'm sitting across the table from my seller. And he says, your price is ridiculously low. He's not going to sell you this house. We should go buy another house. Wow. No counter offer. No, Santo is, is this, let's, negotiate it. It was just boom, slap in the face, get out of here, go buy another house was the seller's attitude. And the arrogance of the agent and the seller, like they're on the phone saying this to us. Well, I explain this to my buyer clients, and I know how to take instructions, so that's what we did. We followed the seller's instructions. We went out and in no time at all, we bought another house in that neighborhood. 3 weeks later, I receive a text message from the listing agent. He says, Santo, can you talk? So I call him and he says to me, hey, listen, if your clients will resubmit their offer, the seller's willing to consider it now. I said, well, we took your client, the seller's instructions. We went out and bought another house. So that's the end of that. What had happened in those 3 weeks? A new wave of listings had come on. Some of those properties have sold. And now the seller, where their price was before, has now kind of been readjusted to around the offer that we made. So, this worked out great for my clients, but for that seller, not so great. I guess my point here is be careful about what you say and be grateful for, if you're a seller, be grateful for anybody coming to see your house and anybody putting in an offer. If somebody takes the time to write it out, more often than not, even if it's slow, they might just be testing you. It's sometimes worth a counter offer. But no matter what, don't rub people the wrong way. You could just end up eating your words. If you think this video can help somebody please pass it along. Let's get into the numbers. If you want to speak with me about your real estate situation, selling, buying, it's really simple. Below this video in the description, there's a link to my calendar. Click on that, book a time that's convenient for you. This way I'll know ahead of time and I'll make sure my schedule's organized so we can talk about whatever's on your mind. So, are we seeing a new wave of price drops? We know that interest rates have gone up. We know that that in a big way is going to affect affordability. Are we seeing right now a new wave of price drops? Well, here's a quick summary of Mississauga, Brampton here in green, and Durham region. Durham is Pickering, Ajax, and Whitby. These are just very simple average sold prices over the course of a week, broken down for 3 months just for detached properties. So prices are coming down. And if we look at the last few weeks, 3-4 weeks, prices are coming down. Now, with a rate announcement and rates going up, we know that it's not going to, in most cases, is not going to affect buyers right now ready to buy. And the reason I say that is because if you're a serious buyer, chances are you've got your rate locked in. Why wouldn't you, right? I mean, it makes sense that your rate is locked in. We know rates are going up. Why wouldn't you? It's logical. It's a smart thing to do. So that rate announcement, the increase, is not affecting buyers right now. But I'll tell you what is affecting buyers right now, mentality. And it's hard to quantify how much. But buyers that are buying now are thinking rates are going up. That's going to put a downward pressure on price because it's going to affect affordability, even if it's not the buyers currently buying right now. And sellers are thinking rates are gone up, buyers are going to be offering less just because prices are expected to come down further as rates go up. That's just what the public expects. So some sellers are thinking, maybe I should take what I can get. And I think we might be seeing it right now with prices further dropping in these areas. Let's take a closer look. So here's Mississauga. 22 detached properties were sold. None, 0 were sold at $2 million or more. Well, we see a huge drop in average sold price. For sure, the fact that no properties sold at $2 million or more are affecting that average sold price. And the fact that only 22 were sold, I'm pretty confident a lot of that reason that the sales were so low is because there was a long weekend in there, Labor Day weekend. But the average sold price is way down at $1,312,000. $1,312,000 is 17% lower than last year's average sold price. Median price of $1,304,000 is 8% lower than last year's median price. Now remember, this is just for Mississauga, only detached properties. Let's look at the 4-week moving average. That's the dotted line. So for average sold price and for median price. And we can see if we go back 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks, the dotted line is actually the 4-week moving average is sloping down. And also for median price, it's coming down. So prices are going lower. Prices are declining downwards for Mississauga for detached properties. Looking at sales year to date, we have 37% fewer sales of detached properties in Mississauga. Looking at it year to date, we have 5% fewer listings in Mississauga. Looking at it year to date, and months of inventory has shot way up. It's now sitting at 4.4, and I'll tell you why. Active listings, yeah, it came down a little bit, but not by that much. But because there was such a huge drop in sales, when we calculate months of inventory, we'll take the current sales and project it over the course of a month, basically saying, if this is the rate we're buying at, how long is it going to take to buy all the listings that are on the market? And because sales were so low, it's going to take us 4.4 months, which shoots it way up there. So 4.4 months of inventory, and average days on market is sitting at 22. That's Mississauga. Let's look at Brampton. 44 detached properties were sold. Also, none were sold at $2 million or more. Average sold price, same thing as in Mississauga. It's come way down. It's now at $1,086,000. $1,086,000 is 19% lower than last year's average sold price. Median price of $1,075,000 is 14% lower than last year's median price. If we look at the 4-week moving average, it's coming down both for average sold price And when we look at the median price, it's coming down. And I imagine the next few weeks, just because these prices are so low, it's going to be coming down even further. Year-to-date sales for detached properties in Brampton, we have 44% fewer sales in Brampton this year versus last year, year-to-date. Listings, we have 11% fewer listings, and months of inventory is up a bit. It's now sitting at 2.4 months of inventory. Let's look at the Durham region. Now remember, for Durham region, I'm looking at Ajax, Pickering, and Whitby. So, 30 sales. That's it. Only 30 detached properties were sold in those three cities of Pickering, Ajax, and Whitby. None of those were at $2 million or more. Average sold price has come down also from the previous week. It's now sitting at $1,057,000. $1,057,000 is 12% lower than where it was last year, and median price is 13% lower than where median price was a year ago. Median price is sitting at $1,005,000. And again, if you look at the 4-week moving average, it's actually not coming down as much as Mississauga and Brampton, but there is a slight slope, or it's pretty steady. It depends, on how far back you go. If we go back here to middle of July, it has come down since then. If we focus on the last 4, 5, 6 weeks, it has been pretty steady for the Durham region. Of the 30 that sold, 10 of those, a third, sold at list price or more. We have 31% fewer sales of detached properties year to date in the Durham region, and 3% fewer listings in the Durham region. Months of inventory is sitting at 1.5. Let's look at condos for all of Peel region. 21 condos were sold. One of those was at $1 million or more, and average sold price climbed up. You haven't heard me say that yet in this show, because detached is down, down, down. Condos up. We're at $634,000 as the average sold price, which is 5% higher than last year's average sold price. Median price is also 5% higher than last year's median price. Median price for condos across Peel region, and these are condo apartments. There's no condo townhouses in this, just condo apartments. Median price is $590,000. We have 31% fewer condo sales this year, year to date, versus last year, and we have 1% more listings this year versus last year, year to date. And months of inventory, because sales were so low, months of inventory is shot way up there. It's now sitting at 5.4 months of inventory. Very, very much in a balanced market type of scenario. And average days on market is sitting at 28. Here's a summary of months of inventory for the regions I'm talking about in this video. Months of inventory has gone up. The Durham region, it's still quite low. There's still quite a bit of competition still in the Durham region, but prices have come down. But you look at some of these other areas, Mississauga 4.4, Brampton 2.4, condos up at 5.4, very much in a balanced market. There are some opportunities. I mean, only if buying makes sense for you right now, if selling makes sense for you right now. It's so important you're working with the right people to really maximize whatever it is that you're doing, or maybe to consult and tell you, hey, maybe now's not the time for you to be buying or selling something. Everybody's situation is different and unique to them and their family. Hope you enjoyed this video. Have an awesome day.